Right, so ladies and gents, here we are with a video of me not singing. This is not something that I was actually planning to do, but I thought, why not? But today we're going to talk about the importance of staying or being active on the socials as musicians. So I've been doing gigs for a while, for a good part, not a good part, for completely for 6 years, and then I've done almost or more than 1,000 gigs, almost 1,200 gigs probably. I used to be very active on the socials early on, and then just to make sure that people know me as a musician, and then people are familiar with my face, as if they see my face somewhere, they know I'm a musician. So just to brand myself as a musician. But later on, I started being less active on the socials, thinking now most of the people that I want to know, they know that I perform and they know that I do gigs. So what's the need of posting again and again? And then I started going less active on the socials until recently. I think 2 months back, 2 or 3 months back, I started to be, or I still try to be more active on the socials. And it's funny that after I got back to socials actively, people started coming up, and or if when we have a conversation among us with the friends or the people that I know through the socials, maybe through the DMs, or when we meet in person, they used to come up, and they do come up and tell me like, oh, you're really busy these days, which I was actually busy the whole year. I've been doing pretty much the same amount of gigs that I'm doing now. I've been doing it for the whole year, but the only difference was I wasn't posting much about my gigs on my socials. But recently I started posting on a daily basis. So that got me thinking, people actually perceive you as a musician who's a busy musician if you are active on the socials. And it makes sense actually. And then I realized I need to, or all of us musicians need to be active on the socials, mainly because of two reasons. Number one, the same thing. The more active you're on the socials, or the more you showcase your talent, or your act, your live performances, or anything that you're related to what you're doing as a musician, it really makes the audience think that you're really busy doing music. If you do not post, but you're still busy and you do not post up on the socials, that really doesn't help to brand yourself as a busy musician. So that is actually something that I really learned the hard way. Not really, it wasn't really hard, let's be honest. It was just clipping and then posting up on the socials. But yeah, I learned it this way. So that's reason one. Reason number two is not everybody can reach to your gigs or the gig venues, even if they want to. Not everybody can drive, fly, or swim, or catch a boat, or whatever. They cannot get to your gigs every single time to watch you performing, and then to know what your talent is, or to know how good you are. So the only way to reach more people is to be online, to stay active online. Mainly because there could be more reasons. Correct me if I'm wrong, or add up in the comments if there is more. But these two main reasons got me thinking that we all really need to be active on the socials. We need to post more about the gigs, or even if it's not about the gigs, you can post something related to what you do. For us musicians, related to music. So that actually brands yourself as a busy musician, and that makes others, or that keeps you in their memories. That forces others to remember you when they think about music, or when they want a new musician. That brings you to their head. So that actually helps, and and there is one thing that really helps me to post consistently, and that's the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. This is not sponsored, even though I would love to be sponsored by DJI. Anyways, so the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, because before me getting this one, I had that mental block that you had to set your camera up, you have to set your phone on a tripod, and then make sure the shot is right and everything. And I never really cared recording my gigs. But after I got this, I recorded each and every single gig of mine. And here in Dubai, we perform, the standard gig is almost 45 minutes, and 3 sets of 45 minutes. That gives you around 7 to 10 songs based on how your act is. So I loop. I'm a solo musician. I play guitar and I sing, but I loop my guitar as well. I do live looping. So that takes up more time for each song, which makes around 7 to 10 songs a set. So that's almost 30 songs a day for one single gig. That's 30 songs from one single gig that you can get the live footages. Just imagine the number of content you can do with that. It's not entirely about the songs or the cover that you post, or the cover songs that you post up on your socials. It can be the cover songs, it can be clips from the song, a certain section from a song that you performed live, or it could be a loop setup that you do. That could be a content. It could be the blunders that you do on the stage, the mistakes that happen on the stage. That actually does really good mileage on the socials. I know it. Don't ask me why. So there, it could be many things. It could be the things like how you interacted with the audience. There could be some really funny conversation between you and the audience to the mic. So there could be many things. You can come up with countless number of content from one single gig. Imagine one single gig, 30 songs. How much content, how many content you can come up with. So even if you're not busy, even if you're only doing one single gig a month, you still have enough content to post for a month, which is a good thing. And that is the main reason that I recommend all of the musicians, even if you're posting, or even if you're performing one single gig a month, one single set in a month, you can get enough content for the socials. I'm not saying social media is the biggest thing that all the musicians should be doing. We all should be prioritizing our practice, of course, and learning new skills, improvising our skills, improving our skills, a lot of things. But along with that, these days, it's sadly, fortunately or unfortunately, we have to be active on the socials. And I learned it by trying it out for the last 2-3 months. So this is something I really wanted to share with you. I hope this actually helps many of you who are watching, who are musicians. And even if you're not musicians, this still applies for you. Whatever thing that you do, try to be more active on the socials. It really, really, really helps. I don't know if you heard that. I have a dog. My neighbor has a dog called Milo. But anyways, that's it for today. I'm going to come back in the next video with something that I really want to share and which could help some of you. So let's hope so. I'll see you guys in the next one.